get your chance to be heard, pass by, spell out. Let me hear you loud, crowd. Shout it out real loud. Everybody wake up. Shout it out real loud. Everybody wake up. Wake up. No time for sleeping on the issues. This is Neutral Voices. We gon' deal with the issues. What do you really want, what they
Welcome to Neutral Voices. I'm Dr. V, and this is In Depth, where we dig deep in the trenches of what matters. And tonight, family matters. Family and friends.
They do.
What's a friend?
I knew he was going to say something about that. But I was just going to ask you, what do you think for some people would be more important? Family or friends?
Well, you have to think about it.
I'm just saying, because some people don't like their family, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, family is not blood, though.
That's true. I mean, depending on how you want to look at it, but I agree with that.
Just because you blood don't mean we family.
Mm-hmm. Well, or are you family no matter what by blood?
No.
But, okay.
No, just because you related by blood don't make you family.
I agree.
Hands down, period, point blank. Nothing else need to be said.
Okay.
People that's outside your family, your blood family, is more family than your family.
Sometimes that's true.
So.
Well, let's talk about why we need family or friends or both. So I want to start with this. For me, I would say, honestly, maybe I have a few friends, but not close friends, or how people say besties.
What's acquaintance?
Okay, you want to put them in the A category? That's my A team, my acquaintances. But I still would the reason I say I would call them friends would be because if I'm in trouble, I know I can call them. Even some people in this room, I know if I needed you would be there for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I put people like that in my friends category. Or if I was going through personal issues, crisis, my father was in trouble, I could call on some people and say, can you go check on my dad? I'm not going to let anybody check on my dad, or my fam like that. So that's what I'm kind of thinking about. So, one of the questions I want to ask and kind of lead with is, what is a friend today? What do we call a friend? Some people may say the person that can loan me some gas money when I'm in trouble. But what do you guys really look at or call a friend?
I think, what you just said. I mean, you can know a lot of people, but not know a lot of people, or a lot of people don't know you. So I think all of us have, especially if we're doing things in the community, we have a lot of people that we know. But that list becomes very, very small when, like you were just saying, you need something, or you used your dad for an example. My daughter just went through some things. So out of all the people that I know, I told this many people about what was going on. Right. So I consider that very small percentage to be my, quote, friends, no matter how many people you know. Right. My very best friend was my first neighbor, so that's 44 years of friendship. We can go months without talking. If we need each other, we pick up the phone. As where your acquaintances, you don't really get real personal with them, like you said. And the older I think you get, the smaller that list gets, because you don't want to share things with people.
Exactly. I don't. I can count the people on one hand that has ever been to my house.
Yes. Me too. Absolutely. So that's where I'm kind of at with it.
Yeah. What about you, E?
What you just described was family to me.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, a friend, fair weather friend. That's how I look at a lot of things. So if you that close to me, if you're in my inner circle, that close, you my family. Because at the end of the day, true definition of a family is somebody that will help you at any drop of a dime. Okay. Regardless of what. So you got people that's in your family that you can't even rely on. But if you got people outside that you call a friend that you can pick up and say, hey, I need you to go check on my crib. Or I need you, hey, can you loan me? Or, hey, they called me like, hey, I need help with here. And it's more of a fact that if somebody could call me and say, "Hey, E, I need your help," out the drop of a dime, I'm like, "All right, I'm on my way."
Mm-hmm.
That's a family member to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, a friend would screw you over. worse than a family member.
Some people's friends may,
I'm just saying.
or even some people's family.
Exactly.
May.
So if a person's that close to you,
yeah,
regardless if it's blood or no blood, I would say that's a family.
okay, I got a twist for you because you come like the advocate sometimes on stuff. So you know how it says keep my enemy closer. I'm just saying. So
keep my friends closer and my enemy closer.
I'm just saying.
Sometimes your enemy could be your friend, your family, because they actually will treat you better than your friend will. So let's look at it from that standpoint. Then
I'm just saying.
your enemy sometimes
who is really within your reach.
Exactly.
Saying, yeah.
So I mean, hey, I look at it I got a different train of thought when it comes to people because the simple fact I got people around me that's been closer to me than some of my own family members.
I understand that.
So now I look at them as, hey, they could call on me when they need me, and I could call on them when I need them. So, friends.
Okay.
I think too, it depends on, I think back to like my 20s, for example. I was always around people. I wanted to be around people. And so now I don't really want to be around a lot of people.
What is that?
Age? I think it's just because, the older you get, you take on more things. I'm around people all day long.
The older you get, the smarter you get.
Exactly. It's true. So I don't want to surround myself with that many people because, like he was saying, a lot of people will cling to you because they want to be in your circle, but that doesn't mean that they are looking out for you. They see what you have going on and they want to be a part of that.
That's interesting.
So anymore, I just want my peace, and not everybody in your circle is going to bring that.
Oh, it's one thing I tell my mini-me.
Okay.
And y'all know my son is a social butterfly.
100%.
100%.
Love him.
Oh, I know so-and-so, I know such and such. Dude, shut that crap up. How many people you actually see your dad hang around with? My point exactly.
Maybe he's more like his mom.
How many people you actually see your dad around? How many people you actually see me be? I could go out, put it like this. I could go out and be around some people that I know since I was in middle school, elementary. That's the furthest it's gonna go. I might see you at the bar, at the club, or somewhere.
And you're good. See you next time I bump into you.
Yeah, see you the next time I bump into you. It is what it is.
I got you.
So at the end of the day, like I tell him, you gonna, as you get older, you're gonna understand everybody that's, hey, dude. In 5 years, you're not gonna even probably know you're not gonna even know where they at.
No, great.
So
it sounds like we almost have some introverts up here. I'm putting myself in that category. So
I don't like people.
Extrovert, introvert, it matters. It sometimes will determine whether or not you have a large group of friends, like real friends, not Facebook friends. I think social media helped me because all my life, I never really had like clingy friends. Yeah. So one real cool person in high school growing up, right? But once we departed, it's kind of like he said, we graduated and we did our thing. We separated and it was like, okay, that was it. And so I never really looked to nurture a relationship long enough, deep enough to get a bestie, I'll say. I got some people I'm cool with. But again, so it's not that. But statistics says we need people. It's important for us to be connected to people for our own wellness.
Yeah, I agree.
And so I'll say a couple things just so we can kind of, I'm getting ready to take you there. Stop it, E.
Because,
this is not the Steve Harvey Morning
I'm just
Show.
asking a question. What kind of wellness you talking about? Because
I'll tell you emotional support.
Emotional damage.
Emotional support to help you deal with some of your challenges. You could get some bad diagnosis from some bad news. You could be losing your house. You could have lost your job, but you need people around you to help you deal with even some of the changes life may bring you. As they say, life is lifing and some unexpected things are happening. And so just to deal with those things and or to celebrate you because maybe you're getting ready to retire or something amazing. And, just having people around you that cheer for you and celebrate you and make you feel good.
I really have a dog.
And do.
Oh,
I do.
He's bad. Okay. So you're going to go there. How about somebody to listen to you during tough times when you just need somebody to talk to listen, not necessarily to talk back.
Oh, I got the perfect person for that one.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you.
Who is that?
His name is my Heavenly Father. Next.
Okay. All right. Jill, anything you want to say? Because
Come on.
he is not going to play this game.
Come on. This is exciting.
It is. I mean, I think connection is important. Okay. With that being said, I also think that a lot of times we are missing things within ourselves. So we reach out and try to satiate that with connections with other people. And those aren't always healthy connections. So with that being said, I have spent more time in solitude the last 5 or 6 years than I ever have in my entire life. And I've never been happier.
Ooh,
and I don't need, and I'm guilty of taking things that I was missing internally and seeking those things outside of me. And that's how you form connections that aren't really healthy. Soul ties are real. You shouldn't form them with people who are not. But sometimes we go seeking for things that we could find within.
I actually agree with her on this one. Where am I getting this? Hold on.
You what?
Let me say that.
Back it up.
Yeah.
Finding the friend within.
Get the camera, zoom it in.
Finding the
Hey, can
friend
y'all edit that
within
part
is
out,
what.
please? Can y'all edit that part, please? I mean, I honestly agree with her because you can go out searching for something that you think you really actually need, but actually have it within yourself, and you find out the wrong way that you actually have it within yourself. So, I mean, I have 1 or 2 people that I'm real close with. Well, about 3 or 4, but at the end of the day, the few people that I actually that's in my inner being, my inner surface, my call them and talk to them. They can listen.
Talking to yourself.
I got 3 of them people with me.
The Bible says it's not good for man to be alone.
I'm not alone. I got 3 of us.
Okay. Some of the other things, a good friend or family.
We're not giving the answer. We're not giving
the
let's see if I can get anybody to play with me out here.
You don't need friends. How about that?
Let me talk to the people out here. So, mental health reasons. You might need somebody around you so you're not feeling alone. Talking to yourself. Not having a conversation, not a healthy conversation, good, healthy dialogue, physical health. So mental health, physical health is stress reducing, to have somebody else so that you can share, talk to them, or listen to what somebody else is dealing with, and you'll know you're not alone and it could be worse.
But sometimes that's stressful.
Exactly.
Depending on
depending on what they got going on. You know something? I'm gonna tell you, and honest to God, truth, it's many days.
I ain't gonna win. Somebody bring me a drink of some good.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. Sometimes it's good to sit down and talk to yourself, to listen to yourself.
Okay.
So if you listen to yourself, sometimes you can answer your own questions by sitting down, having that.
What you say?
See?
Right. Perfect.
I mean,
exactly.
you it's just
these 2 at home. Let me tell y'all, it's dangerous walking in their house.
For real, listen to
They in the house.
No, pay attention. Pay attention. How you ever had that conversation with someone and you actually listen to what you're saying? Think about it.
Having a conversation
with someone, and
I'm listening to
what you are saying.
I better be. My ears are open.
Some people don't listen to what they're saying.
I'm just talking to just bump my gums, and I don't even know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I don't know.
No, I'm serious. It's one thing, and God rest his soul. He actually taught me that.
Who's your mentor?
Yeah, he actually taught me that. Sometimes when you having a deep discussion, you having that with someone, and you're not really paying attention to what you're saying, but you trying to relate a message to that person so they can help you with giving you advice, but you don't listen to what you're saying. You just trying to get it off of you.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. And I do think some things are more beautiful with another person. So like for an example, I'm like a person who looks at the sunset or sunrise and takes a picture because I think it's so pretty. And, like when I went to the Grand Canyon, for example, I can't imagine like going there. If I would have been by myself, it still would have been beautiful. Right. But having somebody there with me to like share in that joy, I think does make all the difference in the world. I mean, when we take a picture of something that's beautiful, we could keep it to ourselves and admire it, or we can share it. The other night, the moon was beautiful. So I took a picture of the moon. I sent it to my mom. I said, look at the moon, because it was so pretty that I wanted her to like share in that joy. But I don't really feel like it's a need. I feel like it's a want, or it makes things better, but I don't feel like we need a lot of connection with people.
Okay, so you said a lot. So another thing that was on this list that y'all been just crashing down is kind of what you're saying. So creating memories, moments that you can reflect on, that when you reflect on those things, it brings you joy. So it releases those chemicals we talk about sometimes, those dopamines and all those different means, right? That make you feel good. So, but if you are always just by yourself, you don't get to have those awesome, amazing memories.
You're trying to make it seem like I'm always by myself.
No, that's why I'm getting ready to get to.
I mean, because
we just threw away friends. So we have concluded.
Get them out of here.
Most of us, some of us, them.
Shoot them down.
That you don't need friends and others. But family, however, because we are talking about family and friends. So now let's talk about family. And I know you get excited. You want to get to the family house and you want to play chess and spades because you want to talk trash and all that stuff and have good time and build memories. So let's talk about family. So how do y'all feel?
I love my family.
Can we talk about needing? Do you need them, or do you feel?
That goes back to what I said at the beginning. Sometimes the people that's your blood is not your family, but you have people that are around you that I consider family, because if you're in my inner circle, you're my family. Because
and you feel good when you're around.
When I'm around them, and those are some of the people. Those are some of the people that I can have, like each person that I consider family, they have their own particular need in my life.
Okay.
And I'm selfish at that point.
I was getting ready to say, so there's a reason why you go over to so-and-so's.
Yes. Exactly. There's a reason why I go over here.
There's something you're looking for.
I mean,
there's a need you want to fulfill.
Yeah, it's a
reason.
Let me
hold your hand right now. No.
Hey, some cognac, please. I need some cognac.
I'm feeling like there's a moment where you need to be around.
I mean, there's times where
certain people. Yeah, I want to bring that out. It's okay to be vulnerable. You can be vulnerable. Can I get a box of Kleenex up here?
Well, you finna cry?
I might.
Oh, well, go ahead.
Because I feel like you can ready to say something that's gonna make me emotional. Totally.
He's probably not.
So can you?
He's probably
do me a
not.
favor. Just fall out the chair.
He's probably not.
No, I mean, it's times like, I'm gonna put it like this. Over Thanksgiving, my sisters came in town. My dad's side of the family was here. I enjoy them to the fullest. But once again, each one of those has a particular point in my life that I use, and it's vice versa. So yes, I do. Don't make it seem like I'm that old man.
Cold dude.
Yeah,
cold dude.
I'm just frozen. I'm grumpy. Nah, I got people in my life that
I know you do.
But
I haven't seen you out there.
No, you haven't. And that's one thing you haven't. Now, don't sit there and be lying. I
haven't seen you at functions. Don't act like that.
You didn't see me at functions. You see the functions that we went as a team.
No,
you never seen me nowhere else.
I seen you.
Trust me, you haven't. Trust me, you haven't. No, you haven't. But anyway,
behaving. It's all good.
But anyway, no, I would. I have certain people around me that I do kick it with, because those are my family.
I was just getting ready to say, because you enjoy the HBCU gatherings.
That's my sister. So
that's what I'm getting ready to say. So hanging out in that scenery with your sister You're in rare form, enjoying family,
That's not rare form.
creating memories,
That's not rare form.
building.
Now, you just see me
building
back in the day
memories.
when I was with Pup. Now,
That was another form.
yeah, it was a whole nother person. But once again, those people are considered my family.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
that's
have
what
any
I'm saying.
friends.
Okay. So family, friends. So what I'm saying is building relationships. We need them. That's how come sometimes when people are in prison and they're in isolation, they kind of go crazy. So it says from a mental health perspective, we need people.
Yeah.
We need family. We need friends because a lot of times it boils down to we need touch. Being in this world, just imagine that forever and nobody ever hugs you or just reaches out, pat you on the back, shake your hand, just even dab. Why do people do that? Why do we do that? Why other cultures do they greet with a kiss, etc.? People touch. It matters. And so that's how come I'm saying when we get through it all and we get outside of ourselves, we need people because we do need touch. And I think that's one of the reasons why animals, I think, Jill, did you mention animal? Somebody mentioned
He just said dog.
dog, etc. Yeah, you did.
I did. I said,
And
give
I
me a
said,
dog.
yeah,
Give you a
yeah.
dog.
Give me a dog.
Okay. So even with animals, some people adopt animals to be their friends
A companion, yes.
or family companion. I'm sorry to say, some people may say that is gross. They sleep with their dog or animal, and they may even bathe with their animal. Now that's going way overboard. But I'm just saying some people feel that close to that animal because they seek companionship. And so what do they call them? Those social emotional dogs. They are loud because some people need them for comfort, for safety, security, etc. So outside of thinking about the people you just don't like, people in your life, what benefit do you find with the people that you enjoy being around? How does it help you to have a relationship with people? Truthfully,
As far as like,
anybody, whoever you
how does
like.
it help me?
That's why I said the people that you like to be around. How does that help you?
The people that I choose to be around are people who, I'm going to bring up Thanksgiving, like E did. I feel at home with my family, and when I say family, they just happen to be related to me by blood. So, like Thanksgiving, I'll stay a long time and visit because I feel at peace. I'll stay longer there probably than I would with a group of people that I would consider to be friends because I feel at peace. And plus, these people have seen me my entire life. They've seen me through all different phases, all different stages of my life. So I guess I feel accepted and I can be fully myself and not work Jill or supervisor Jill or podcast Jill. I can just be Jill.
Thank you for saying that. That was on the list.
Jill
and
was?
that's sense of belonging
Yes.
with Jill. Sense of
Perfect.
belonging, or you just said acceptance.
Yes.
And so that was one of the reasons why when I was saying earlier, you need somebody else. Yeah, you can accept yourself, but true acceptance is better coming from someone else. So you said that. So E, the people you enjoy being around, how do they make you feel? Why do you enjoy being around these people?
Can I ask you that question? Ask before or after the third shot. You
Either.
You gotta give me which
before.
one. Before
Yeah, before the shot, before the third shot.
Before the third shot?
Before the
Makes
third
him feel
one,
like he needs a
after
shot.
the first one. Before the third, after the first.
It depends on who it is. Literally, it depends on who it is. Like I said, everybody plays a part in my life for a reason.
Pick one. I want you
That's
to
none
share
of your business.
Share
That's
any-
none of your business. Everybody in my life is in, and I'm in their life for a reason.
Okay.
So you never know what at that moment that point is. So you can't say. I mean, everybody's in my life, my family. that's close. Anybody that's close to me, they're close to me for a reason. It's because I let them get close to me, and then let me get close to them.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on the situation. It's depending on the timing. It depending on what's going on.
Right.
So I can't just sit there and say, "Oh, so and so is not." It just, I mean, I know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I had to learn first and foremost. So I can't nobody. I refuse to give somebody that pen.
Mm-hmm.
I hold my own pen. I write my own story. So to me, like I said, everybody's in my life. That's in my life is in my life for a reason, and I'm in their life for a reason. I refuse to let somebody else make me. I'll feel like I belong. First and foremost, I belong to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I don't belong to myself, how can somebody else make me feel belong?
Mhm.
I get what you're saying. So that brings me to this next question. How do you consider yourself a good friend to somebody else? Let's just say you don't even have friends, you don't like friends, you don't like people enough to call them friends, or you like some enough that they're friends, but you made them family, so you don't look at them as friends anymore. Whichever way you want to look at it. Let's talk about you and what makes a person a good friend.
I don't really know that I am a great friend because, I mean, and my friends of 30, 40 years would tell you that I am not a consistent friend. And what I mean by that is I am not the friend who is going to text you a lot. I'm not the friend who is going to call you a lot. I'm not the friend that is going to make plans with you a lot or even be available when you want to make plans with me. But I am the friend that if you need me, if you truly need me, I'm going to be there. But I am not the friend that is consistent I mean, I'm consistently absent as far as my friendship, and I mean, I am, and it's almost like a joke,
so interesting
because they still invite me, but most of the time
you don't.
I'm not going to come because I'm busy. So those moments that I do have, I want to spend with the people that we were just talking about.
Interesting.
So I don't know that I'm the greatest friend all the time, but I think my friends, my true friends, my best friends know that I love them. But they respect the friendship that we have. We don't have to talk every day. We don't have to communicate all the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. E?
Why do you keep coming to me?
Because
I'm gonna ask you a question. Hold on, time out. Why don't you answer your own question?
I will.
Okay, go ahead. Next, go.
Well, for me, I think being present, I know you said when you truly need to be, etc., but being present, being available, accessible to people, that's one quality I would love or as a friend. So then that's what I try to do for people. Not necessarily a best friend, because I already said I don't necessarily have a bestie, but just making myself available, whether it's a student, a worker, family, whoever, but somebody, even somebody that recommended, oh, I think you should go talk to this person, but making myself available, because time to me, you can't put a price on it. Mm-hmm. So when I take time out of my day, out of my Saturday or whatever, and I say, let's go meet at your favorite place, and I'm sitting and I bring my ears and listen. Yeah. That's the kind of person I want to be, because that's the kind of person I really need to have in my life. So, but outside of that, I also need the person in my life that when I want to have a good time and I want to have fun, I can call on that person, because I know now if I get with this person,
it's going to be a good time.
Oh, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be pandemonium. I know those people. Mm-hmm. For me, it's hard for me to have outside friends, because my sister, that's my friend. So when you were saying family is friends, etc., that's how I look at my sister. That would be who I would consider my best. Right. But we related. That's blood. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, everybody know my roadie is my daddy. You know, and so when my mom was alive, it was both of them. So now it's my dad, and that's how we get down. So at that point, between them two, and then my brother, it's like I don't even have time to go out building those other relationships. Exactly. But if somebody need me, that's, to me, that's what's important. Back to you, E.
Can you give me that question again?
Yeah, why or how could you be a good friend to somebody? What quality or traits do you bring to the table to say this is what makes a person a good friend or family member?
What makes me a good person to the people that's around me is conversation. I'm a little bit more laid back than what people actually think I am, and my times. I mean, it's times where I know I need to be at for a certain person or for that person. I know when to bring the other person out and just sit back and say, okay, let's have this conversation. But I know when also I'm need to be on a whole nother level with, because everybody you have to play with, who you have to be you around, you have them on levels. So this person is, like you said, if I call XYZ and I want to go hang out and kick and act a nut, you know exactly who to call.
Yep.
And sometimes that same person you call to go act up and tear up, it's the same person you be like, hey man, I really need you to sit down, come over here, let's rap. So you have to, it's a balancing act.
Yeah.
And vice versa. I know certain people will call me for certain situations and certain conversations and certain times that we need to go out and let's kick it. I need to blow some steam off.
Right.
Cool. You know what I'm saying?
Know which hat to put on.
Yeah, you gotta know which hat to put on when you need to put it on. That's what I
agree. I agree with that.
Too.
Because have you ever had, and I know it's time for us to get out here, but have you ever had a person that's, I have nothing against being spiritual, but sometimes you may have a person that's like super over spiritual and you really want to know how they're doing, what's going on. And it's just, they stay right there. I'm blessed and highly favored. And they just stay there. And then if you pry long enough, or you just watch, or you hang out long enough, then you may find out that that's not true.
Right.
Or they're breaking.
Yeah.
And at some point, then they call you, sis.
It's just easier to say
can
I'm
I
blessed
talk
and
to
highly
you?
favored.
Yeah. And so I'm just saying sometimes I want to be the friend that's sensitive to when you really are in trouble, but you're not saying it without prying to feel like, okay, she all up in my business. So I'm saying that's one trait that I think is really important for all of us, all people, to be sensitive to others, be sensitive to family, friends, things that people are not saying, because it's too easy to say or pretend like you don't need anyone when you really do. And you could even be in trouble.
For sure.
But but one of the things I want to say as we exit is don't forget to nurture the people around you, the people that you can touch, because those people build our communities. This is Neutral Voices. Thank you for hanging with us, and we'll see you next time. What do we say before we leave the people?
Always protect your mind.
A podcast by Neutral Voices Media
Count your opinions important, so you gotta speak out. Don't let your chance to be heard pass by. Spell out, let me hear you loud, proud. Shout it out real loud. Everybody wake up. Shout it out real loud. Everybody wake up. Wake up. No time for sleeping on the issues. This is Neutral Voices. We gon' deal with the issues.